And here we are, good morning. We are in Tesco's, and as is my wont, being a tight Lancashire lad, not as careful with my money as the old Yorkshire folk, but I'm in the reduced to clear section. Marmite, crunchy peanut butter, no thank you. However, this spotted my eye. Pumpkin spice latte porter. Gonna have to try that, aren't we? Take one for the team. Catch you in the shed. Well, as is my wont, I've wandered over to the spirit section. There's a lovely Cathy there. But it seems that some spirits are now chained up with stainless steel mesh, but not all of them. So yeah, and strangely enough, like not the expensive box ones. How strange. Ooh, it's noisy. Oh, that's noisy, something's happening here. Well, as you can tell, that was a couple of Chinooks flying past. My name's Ian. Welcome to me channel. Welcome to me shed. Is this a shed or shithole? We'll try that later. I'm going to try and make a video. The content's probably going to be as bad as what's that in that can of pumpkin spice latte porter. But it's just to show you lot, I'm still alive and kicking. Let's go in the shed. We've not really brought anything home yet. Somehow, and the scrap spiders and the scrap furries have messed everything up in there. There's one cat. Brought a couple of old paint tins home, so we can use them as waste receptacles. Right, let's pan back a bit, eh? Just want to take a good look at this lot here. And it goes to the ceiling and it goes all the way down there. As some people would say, I'm a hoarder. Yes, you heard that right, a hoarder. However, I pulled someone up the other night on a live stream. Dropped my beer. I put it on the edge of there, but I missed, and I put it there, and then I let go. Oh, it fell on the floor. So that's going to be nice and froth. Oh, Luke, we've got a leak. It's kind of like what we're going to do now. I've got an idea. 1 minute. Quick. Rip a bit of aluminium tape off. Get over there. Suck the top bit off. And stick that over the hole. Nothing spraying out of that now. Let's put that in there for safekeeping. Where was we? Be honest, don't taste too bad. We'll try it later. Where was we? I called on Scrapping Irish's live stream last Sunday. I called Cruiser Mac out as a hoarder. I did. Going out and getting all this beer and drinking memorabilia. Well, he did a little pullback video, and I'll put the link in description if you've not seen it. How the cheek, he said, could I call him a hoarder? But he's put me right. So I can only thank you, Cruiser Mac, for making me see the light. Now, I've always thought of myself as a hoarder. What I didn't realise, that it depends on what if you collect, I'm going to say, beer memorabilia, you know, like beer mats, old tins, you know, shipyard pale ale bottles, you know, beer barrel, old beer barrel glasses, you know, even e-waste Mike Steins, rare as rocking horse shit. Those are rare as rocking horse shit. That, you know, you're not actually a hoarder. You're what they call a collector. So, I can only thank you, Cruiser Mac. All this time I've been thinking I'm a hoarder, and I'm actually a collector. Right, let's get into the shed. Right, everything's getting full. Wait, my single sack is pretty near full. My iron bin is full. That's my iron bin. It's okay, I've just brought another old paint tin home. So, number 2 bin's nearly full. I've got to do some work on this bench. We started because the neighbour came and he said, Ian, he says, you're a man who's got everything. He says, have you got an industrial sander? I don't know, you mean like a belt sander? He went, no. He says, I've got some steel tube. He says, and it's rusty, a bit of paint on it, and I want to take the paint off. I said, well, what you need really is an angle grinder with a flat disc on. And I got a piece of, I can't remember what it was now. I got a piece of steel, bit rusty, and I used it. I showed him how good it was at taking off all paint, cleaning the metal. He said, that's ideal, can I borrow it? I said, well, you can't borrow this one, but I've got quite a few here that I need to repair. Well, I can count 6 just looking at it, and I have to tackle them. So I pulled a few out. Another one there, 1, 2, 3 there. And I started doing some repairs. And I managed to cobble one together. Managed to scrap some. As you can see, it's burnt out. That one again is burnt out. The heads might be fine. The gearing might be fine, which means I could repair something that's got a damaged gear. And there is a guy called Mike who I have promised to send all the bits that I've got left over to him, because he does tool repairs. But that was months and months and months ago. I haven't got round to it, but I haven't forgotten. Like everything else I do, people have offered to send stickers to, other things to. It does take me an inordinate amount of time to send things out. I'm guilty as charged. That's all I can say. Be patient. My best friend Guido, who I was drinking out of his cup, he had to wait 3 years. 3, maybe 4 years. Anyway, that's by the by. Let's get back to the desk. So I did cobble together something for him. It worked, and I said, I'm not too bothered if you burn it out. And that's where we ended up. We did pick up one night the day after a load of lamps. Halogen lamps. There's one I've taken apart. cast aluminium, bit of old sheet aluminium. I've got a few more there, kind of one there with a PIR on, some security cameras, an LED one with PIR on. I might try that. Another spotlight, other bits and pieces. And then told you about this. Well, I managed to sharpen it up. I've seen people use machetes and kitchen knives to split these transformers in half. So I thought, well, the last thing I did was cut one in half. I'll show you that now. And prove that you can teach an old dog new tricks. Yeah, so I've seen a few people use these things. Scrap It All, I believe, might be Scrapping Scotland, I'm not certain. HH Recycling or Wannabe Scrapper. It's one of those three, but there's so many people doing it now. It must work. So, old dog, new tricks, and I've already done one, so I know it works. But it ain't got an handle on, so the vibration, the transmission of the energy through that small shaft is, it hurts. I've had to get a big glove on. So, on, what do you call it? Stator? That's the rotor. So on stator, laminated feel round it. One hammer, one cleaver, and we'll go get it started. And it started again. Like that. And we'll go all the way through. Without a doubt, no doubt to doubt it. No doubt about it. It works. It's not going to go up floor though and get the other one. All I've got to do is get them out. Pretty clean cut. So let's have a talk. Let's have a look at it. I think I might be trying this on all my small transformers from now on. I'll make an handle for it so I'm not getting that pain through there. Gotta get them out. The hammer. Well, you definitely use the hammer. We'll definitely use the hammer. Let's put it down again like that. Here we're going to use this. Come on, what have we got? What have we got, Ian? That. Must be something here. Screwdriver. No. That's not the way to do it. Money for nothing and your chips are free. That's the way to do it. All we're going to do. How are we going to do that? I know how we're going to do that. Put that right in there. Lift it up. Give it a, we've got a squeeze on there. Got a squeeze on there. Get the hammer and voila. Like pulling teeth. In this case. Pulling copper. So that works. And the laminations are coming apart. So that works. I bet there's another method though. Might be put it in a vise put a lever through, lever it up. Till then, it's a mixture of old school and old dog new tricks. It's no wonder you're shaking your head, Ian. It's no wonder. It's just piles of crap. Oh, I got these too. Why? And I don't know who uses these anymore, but why? Valves. I don't know if there's anything in these valves. What about the ends? Are the ends magnetic? Oh, seems they are. So the pins are magnetic. Oh, and it looks like whatever's inside is magnetic as well. Oh, that's a shame. We'll break one open, see what's inside of it. I don't know. I don't know much about these things. No, I don't know much about these things. When I was a child, back in the day, the telly wouldn't come on. My dad used to say to me, go and have a look back at telly and see if all the valves have lit up. And you could, there's big air holes, vent holes for the hot air to come out. And you could look behind and you could see if all the valves were lit. And I'd say, yeah, they're all lit, Dad. Or no, and he'd go over and bang the back of the telly and one would come back on. Sometimes I watch a channel called Mr. Carlson Labs, and he's a electronic guru. GNU's something different. That's the one that makes tea, isn't it? An electronic guru. He knows everything there is about electronics, and he repairs a lot of old electronic things. Plenty of them has valves, and there are the odd video he does, and he explains all about valves. And you can look at a valve and look at the top and tell whether or not the valve has gone or not. I can't tell. All I know is inside there is a vacuum. It's been air sucked out and then sealed at the end. And you've got wires that's going in, and inside you've got plates. And the irons will separate and go to one plate or the other plate. And yeah, that's where you can direct irons to go which way you want. Now I believe they're now used in high-end audio equipment that, unlike I'm going to say a MOSFET, unlike a transistor, these do it much more smoothly. That's all I know. That if you have a sound amplifier that's got valves in, the sound is much smoother. I'm partly deaf, so pointless to me. I can't hear high notes. So another video perhaps, smashing one open to see what's inside it. Plus it'll give me a chance to look up Mr. Carlson's Labs videos. There's another person I watch as well, I can't remember. She has a lab, and she does the same thing, mends lots of electronic goods. we're waffling and I've got a lot to do. And I can't have my beer until I've done all this. For you, it'll be mere seconds. For me, it'll be hours of... I was going to say graft, but hours of sheer enjoyment. If I do anything interesting, I'll show you. See you in a bit. Aye, look at that. So it's not taking too long to get tidy up. And it came to me as to, why do I keep these, you know, drinking memorabilia, you know? I'm not a hoarder, I'm a collector. Then I realised, I know what to do with them. So when I've taken off all the silver ends, contactors off, like that. Yeah. I need somewhere to put them, so they go in there. And all the other semi-precious things that I collect that I don't do anything with. So that's why I collect hoard. That's why I collect drinking memorabilia. Cruiser Mac, you're a scrapper. Now I know why you collect it. This stuff goes in the brass. I've got an iron, I've got a copper tub somewhere. I think it's under there. Impressive. I got to tackle the light. Got to do something with them. Beer memorabilia. Try saying that without your teeth in. One slightly dropped, dinted pumpkin spice latte porter. So porter is like not as heavy as a stout, a bit thicker than a bitter. It says, stop wasting food. So it's a range of, I'll tell you what, let's make some beer out of whatever crap people throw away, and we'll package it up and say, like, you're doing good for the planet by drinking this stuff. So they're saying 18,000 tonnes of pumpkins is wasted every year in the UK. And you know why that is? Because when it comes Halloween, people buy pumpkins and they just cut the middle bit out to make a lamp. Some people will make pumpkin soup. Some people will make pumpkin beer. One thing that is year-round is food waste. I'm reading that on the back of here. It's not me, not my opinion. Surplus to purpose. Yeah, surplus to purpose. With a number 2 in the middle. Surplus to purpose. This company have gone to a advertising people who've sat around for weeks, put out surveys to people saying, what do you think of this brand? What do you think of this catchy title? And then they've gone back and sat around a table with the people who paid them to do this and said, with a big, you know, wall board, everything, and saying, we'll catch the right people here. This demographic who are frightened of waste, scrappers, they recycle, don't they? Scrappers, they micro recycle. So we'll appeal to them. They don't like wasting any little bit, so we'll appeal to them. There's one up in Wigan Way. There's a man in his shed. He'll drink this if we package it right. So we'll package it in a appealing pumpkin coloured pumpkinness. We'll put something on here that you're not wasting anything. We'll put a catchy title on, which is surplus to purpose. Right, and Northern Monk, which is a great brewery, believe our system is broken but can be fixed. We believe that every single person should have access to food as a human right. Well, I fully agree that. I also go a little bit further. I think every single person has got a right of access to beer. If they're old enough to drink it, that is. I mean, if you go back to the medieval ages, just before I was born, people drank weak beer all day long. Children did, adults did. The water was so contaminated that they actually fermented beer to drink, really, because really low percentage, called it a weak beer, not a wheat beer, a weak, beer. I mean, like you can't really lift an hammer anymore and your hands are weak. Because the alcohol with a H, the alcohol with an H, killed the germs in the beer. Right, we're leaking. We're still leaking and we ain't opened it. So they finished off and said, this is how we end food waste. Which is a brilliant idea. What we do, we take what people throw away and we turn it into beer. So America's favourite hoarder, I'm going to agree with me here, turn food into beer. Who thought of that? Right, he says, Northern Monks Brewery made it in Leeds. Northern Monk Brewery Co. The old flax store. Commercials later, and we're still leaking, we're dripping. As I tilt the can, we're dripping. Hold the can in the right place, we all drip into the can. It's obviously ready for export because it's many different languages. Not that I can speak many different languages, but I do understand beer, biera, birra, cerveza, because that's Spanish, but I know that because I go to Spain for my holes. Sterco, Orlut, BL. I don't know what country pronounces beer as Orlut. I'll have to look that up. Or Sterkol. Starkol or OLUT. And we're still leaking. We've been talking about beer for 5 minutes and 46 seconds. Right, we're going to take off our bit of aluminium sticky tape. We'll weigh that in, of course, won't we? I'm going to pop it. I hope Fat Andy's watching this. Didn't bubble because we lost a lot of gas pressure with dropping it. We'll pour it. It should come out as a dark beer. It's not going to be as heavy as a stout because it's a porter. We're getting a nice head on it. You can smell spice, definitely. What did it say? Spice latte. Latte has anything to do with coffee? Maybe they have to put some spice in it because pumpkin beer maybe not smell very nice. One for the team. Pleasant going down. Quite a strong aftertaste. An acquired taste, not unpleasant. I've drank Thailand beers. I've drank worse. If I was given it for free, I'd drink it. I probably would only buy it if it were knocked down to about 25p a can. I think then I'd think twice. It's got an aftertaste that grows on you. Oh, I don't know, man. I might have to revisit that. I don't think you'd have two, one after the other. Bit of alley for the can, for the can anyway. Right, Ian in his shed, waffling on and on and on. Hope you've said at the very beginning though, probably going to be crap content. Carry on tidying up. I'll see you lot in another video, which will be quite soon, because I've got that all in one computer to sort out. Take care. See you all.